Alright, good morning folks. Welcome to another episode of Ask the Chief Streaming. Today, what I plan to do is I am just gonna kind of hang out and answer questions. We can pop around, look at all the different classes, look at all the different paths, and just have some fun together. So I hope you got some good questions for me. Right now, I am on my spell slinger. Let's wave hello! Hello, everybody! And so let's just have some fun together, see what we can do, and kind of hang out and do things. I will run around the zones. I will pull up spreadsheets if you want to look at those. I'll look at the different classes. We'll just kind of see what we can do here. Let's see what we got going on in town. Oh, we can get some buffage. Shovel job, holder back is not a rare. Okay. Let's see here. Let's hop up on our mount. Yeehaw! Aren't we cool? Woo-hoo! I'm a cool dude. Do I have any quests I really want to do? Hunting for relics in Gallo. Oh, let's do that. Let's do a science mission while we're here. Scavenger hunt. Find pieces of invaluable information located in Gallows. So while I wait for someone to have some questions, let's do this. Let's see here. First off, let me get off my mount. And let's see here. Let's talk to him. Stumbled across this years ago in one of the mines. Next clue. The relic fragment was rumored to be in the possession of Skeech in the Duskfall Caverns. Ooh. And there's a piece of relic was said to be found hidden in the slush crate of the Crow's family homestead. We're going to be doing some traveling here. Yes, we are. And then the last piece is buried in a tree stumps near the Grimm's lumber mill. So now, because of the way this works, we open this up and we can click on each of the individual rumors and it'll point us in a direction to go. So it says the first one's this direction, so let's do it. It says, remember, in the possession of the Duskfall Caves. So if we can look here, Duskfall Caves, we're going to go there, we're going to go up here, and we're going to go down here for the scavenger hunt. So we're off! Still no questions yet this morning, so we're just going to go scavenger hunting because, well, it's fun. It covers the path, we get to talk about spell slingers a little bit, and have some fun. Source file fencer is not. Ooh, a speed up. Yeehaw! Let's go faster. Ooh, we're getting a phone call. Sure, why not? Ooh, what do we got here? A taxi built by a scientist. Ooh. I don't think he's one either. But we'll close that down for now. Alright. What do we got here? Prohibition. Nice. Let's take a look at our map again. Are we close to this? Ooh. Scavenger hunt. No, that's Stephen Skeech. Oh, we're doing this one first. Okay, gotcha. Hey Ninja, welcome to the show. Hello, how you doing? Shoot these guys.
challenge begins.
Oh, we got a challenge. Came here for scavenger hunts, and now we're doing challenges. Just having a little fun, hoping to answer some questions for everybody if they happen to have any. I haven't played in so long, I forgot how to play. I wonder if my amps are off.
Bronze level awarded.
Bronze level awarded. I am massive. I'm not doing so well here. I have to look at my spec here. There we go. It's like, what the? That's taking forever. Ooh, a slush crate. Thought that's what I was supposed to find. Call pending. What do we got here?
Give me the situation.
Alright, fine. Talk to me. Like I said, to be in a slush crate. Well, I found the slush crate. I found a slush crate. I'm getting distracted. Sabotage! Oh, we're still on a... Okay, we finished that.
Give me the situation.
Alright, good job. Yep, let's move that. That's annoying. Oh! So anybody out there got any questions for me, feel free to ask. I don't really have any preference of playing any particular class or...
Silver level awarded.
Woo, we got a reward. So now we're going to roll on loot. So what do we got here? We got a 6-slot bag. So let's look at our inventory. Will we benefit from a 6-slot bag? We have a 5-slot, so we would benefit from a bag. Ooh, but we got some new armor. Nah, it's below us. Yeah, let's shoot for the bag. Why not? And we won the bag! Woo! Alright. So we open up our inventory. We pop that into that spot right there, and now we have an extra bag spot. Alright, we also found a tailoring recipe, some canvas boots that we can salvage. We don't need that right now. Clean up the inventory there. Alright. What were we doing? Oh yeah, I know what we need to do. We're still looking for our crate. Let's take a quick look at our class here. So let's open up our B panel. Oh, we haven't spent any amp points. That's why we're having such a hard time. So currently I've got my quick draw going, which just deals damage. With a surge bonus, it gives extra. You got other abilities like charge shot, ignite, wild barrage, chill, rapid fire, flame burst, assassinate, which you don't get till level 18. You get true shot at 21. And you get arcane missiles at 31. Quick of the assault path. Over at the support path, let's take a quick look. If you want to be healing, which is the other first spell slinger, you got runic healing, runes of protection, vital blast, and I know I'm going over this quickly, but on YouTube you'd be able to pause and read this if you want to see all the details. Astral infusion, healing Slav, dual fire, healing turret, which you get at level 18, void spring, which you can purchase at 21, regenerative pulse at 24, and sustain at 27. Utility bases, we got our gate, which is our wonderful in the video movies jump around ability. You got your flash freeze, which is controlling space. Void slip, arcane shot, purify, gather focus at 18, void pact at 18, phase shift at 27, and affinity at 31. I am also an explorer, so we have abilities that you can have from explorer: safe fall, air brakes, and translate beacon. Air brakes is what I currently have equipped. That's why it shows there. But let's go over to the amps. I'm not spec'd. I'm not doing extra damage. So we got armor piercing, we got assault powers, and we got strike throughs in our assault range. We have to spend points. Oh, look here. This is different. You used to not have. This is new to me. I can spend points right into the hybrids right off the bat. So if I want to increase my crit severities, I can go right here. PvPs, life steals. Ooh, I like strike steal. So how do I want to spec here? I'm going to put points in crit. Alright. The spell slingers are all about crit. Strike through. Let's see here. How many more points? I got 2 more. Let's see here. Do I have anything that does lifesteal? I don't think I do. So using that, I'm not sure if that gives me lifesteal automatically, or do I have to have an ability that does lifesteal? I'm assuming it's an ability that has to have lifesteal. So let's skip that. And let's go to armor piercing. And let's use the set. Let's try that out. So, the question on the table is, when crafting, is there a way to cancel the item once you begin if you get bad stats, such as when you want support power on the item? The answer is no. The entire reason and the way the random generation works on the item, you can cancel it and not make the item. However, you're going to lose your materials that you put into it. And the reason why is because it has a certain level of randomization to the process, and to let you just keep resetting to start over, we completely invalidate the system. Now keep in mind, some recipes have fixed stats on them, and then so you're only randomizing one spot or two spots. So you can craft towards the item that you want fairly simply, but there is a randomness to it. So I would say that you never want to cancel a process. There's always benefits for that item. It just may not be the exact item you want at the time. So let's see here. Now what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was trying to find a crate for this thing. So let's keep looking around. Oh, and I got to keep in mind, these guys are level 10 and I'm 16, so this should have been fairly simple. And when I get back to a crafting table, I will take a look at it. My skills right now for trade skills are, I'm an architect, and for cooking. So we can swap over to a different character that's like a weaponsmith and armorsmith, and I can show you the crafting table there to kind of give you the idea of what I mean of when you start and when you finish. So good question. I love crafting questions. Cartel chest. We're not on that quest. We're looking for the scavenger hunt chest. Ooh, we found a tree. Guess I could use my saw to chop it down. Yay, we got wood. Alright. So let's try our skills here again. Still aren't doing much damage here. It's like I'm not even hurting him. Wow, what is wrong with my spec here? Am I not wearing gear? I'm wearing gear. I mean, I like the fact that they're tough. I am not getting experience, so Stav has asked, am I getting experience for killing level 10 mobs of 16? The answer is no. I am, however, getting reputation. And so you can, well, you can't see it because it's under my picture. Reputation, I'm learning a reputation with the Algaroc Accord for killing them. I will get experience for completing the quests. I just came up here to run around so I could have something for you to see while I was answering questions. I really don't care about gaining experience because odds are I'm going to log out on this guy and log into somebody else to answer your question. So, good question. I am using my spell surge, but I still don't seem like I'm doing much damage, and I'm trying to figure out why. Let's see here. I've used all my points as much as I can. And part of my problem today with playing is I haven't played my Spell Surge or Spell Slinger in a while, so I'm kind of out of practice. I'm usually spend most of my time on my Stalker just because it's my favorite class. But let's see here. What do I got going here? Let's see here. Oh, that's why. Do they got interrupt armor? No, they don't. And I'm still doing terrible damage? Let's see what I can do. Maybe I can mix this up a little bit. Let's get rid of. Oh, okay. Where did I do that? Yeah, okay. I did put it there. Out of spell points. Let's try this. It's kind of a boring way to fight, but I do like doing this. What I like to do, charge up. There we go. Now that's what I'm talking about. You line up for a kill and you shoot him. So Demic is asking, when is the next beta week? Is beta weekend prepaid? This was the last weekend where you had to pay to get into beta by pre-ordering. I believe the next time that they have a beta weekend is potentially going to be open beta. But there's a ton of people out there giving keys away right now. Get out there on those sites, get yourself a key, get in here and try it. It does shut down tonight or tomorrow morning. I'm not sure when the cutoff time is. So you still have time this weekend if you get out there and find yourself a key. I'm not giving away keys, but please go out there and do that. Go find yourself. This is worth trying. You still have time to pre-order, so if you wanted to pre-order and get in today doing it that way, you definitely could. Oh. Alright. We're still looking for a box. Oops. Am I getting shot here? I am. You know what? I think I'm doing better. I actually think I'm doing better than I am. It seems like there might be a slight lag today. Oops. Alt F1. Let's see here. No, I've got good frame rates. Oh, we have Stonepile. Stonepile is a rare. Stonepile is a rare mob. So if you're in the rare hunting business, I have just shown you where a rare spawns at. And boom! We just killed a rare. So if we were to open up our achievement panel, achievement logs, and we go to kills, and we go to Algarok, which is where we at, you can see here we just killed Stonepile, which is one of 11 here in Algarok rares for you. So, there we go. We have worked our way through one of 11. Game on. I like it rare. Algarok. Yummy. Oh, somebody. Oh. We still haven't found this chest yet. Ah, there's one. Slush crate. And we have found it. Yay! 1 of 3 pieces found. So now we can leave this area. If I was worried about doing quests, I would, but we're not. So let's move on out until we get some more questions. So we're going to head down here to our next spot, which is this cave. Pick up my Explorer speed buff. Halloo! Oh, we have a quest to turn in. We'll turn it in.
Give me the situation.
Alright.
Hope you aim to be seeing this through.
We don't want any more quests. Thank you, though. To the mines. So we can go over some stuff too if you want to know about how the UI has changed, crafting, how the different systems work. I'm all for showing you what you guys want to see. You just gotta ask. You want to know how long I've been playing the game? What's my favorite class? Everything is available. This show is about you. Off to Alaska. Okay, so this guy here, Toric Raw, he is a quest guy, not a rare. Let's see here. Are we in the right spot for finding? Hunt for the Gallows Lost. So let's open this up. Oop. Piece of rock was said to be hidden inside. Nope, wrong one. Peasant Duske piece of rock was buried among the tree stumps of Grimm's lumber. Duskfall Caves. Well, we're in the wrong spot then. What are we supposed to do in here? Oh, we went in the wrong cave. Silly me. Silly me. So I'm a Stalker by heart. I've been playing Stalker the most out of all the classes. I do enjoy quite a bit the Engineer and the Medic. Even though I'm typically not a healer type person, I find a lot of fun on the Medic. In fact, let's switch to a different class so you guys can look around. Well, actually, hold on. Just before we do that, let's go look at crafting on the Architect real quick, just so you can see that. And then I'll switch over to the Stalker. We'll give a brief overview there. Give you time to formulate some more questions. What am I supposed to do here? Oh, this is the one I'm supposed to do the quest on. Okay, hold on. So let's find this relic piece real quick. Oh, look at that! We found some lore. Let's collect the lore.
These little blue humanoids are perhaps the most annoying life form that I have yet encountered on this planet. On more than one occasion, they have stolen and dismantled my research equipment as I have been surveying these caverns, and they are somehow familiar to me. I know I have seen them somewhere before.
Challenge begins.
I didn't want to do a challenge. So they had, oh, some more lore. Cool. This is not what I came in here to do. I came in here to find my... Oh, there's another piece of lore. Gotta love lore. Yeah, I think there's a lag issue going on that you don't see the health dropping, so it goes from all to nothing really quickly. Alright. We'll help this guy out. Little warrior action going on there.
These organisms did not arise here, but instead were created by one of the progenitors and then subsequently scheduled for termination.
Alright, so now we're trying to find a relic piece inside the cave.
The project's failure if they cannot be contained.
Cannot be contained. So ominous. Yeah, I've been playing this game for 19, 20 months now, and yeah, I've never experienced the lag in the game like this. It's kind of weird, actually. I'll be honest. I'm not used to it. And I don't think it's a server lag issue because I have good frame rates. I got 120 microseconds and 62 frames at the moment. It's just like the nameplates on the mobs are not updating quick enough. Does that make any sense? So... and I'm sure it's something that they're hard at work on, so yeah, I don't think it's going to be a major issue, but it is kind of frustrating. Yeah. I wasn't trying to do your challenge anyway. I'm trying to find the relic. Wonder if I'm supposed to kill the Skeech to find it, instead of just... let's go back in here. Maybe I'm supposed to kill him. Rather than... nah, we'll get out of here. I can do this later. I need to show you guys stuff, answer questions. Oh, maybe this way. Let's go over here. What's over this direction? Ooh, another little corner. This seems like a good place to stash a relic. What do you think? Back here in the corner? Somewhere? Oh, you guys are all lined up. So nice. Let me just blast you. And they go boom. Oh, I love that. Still not finding a relic, though. What's up with that? Alrighty. No big deal. We did not find a relic. Aaron Theus, welcome to the show. Glad to see ya. Now this is going to be a shot. Oops. How many can we get? Yeah, see, I think they were dead before they knew it. Before they even knew it, they were dead. Alright. Do I have a house? Let's go to my house. And then we'll switch characters. So, this is a housing plot. If you haven't seen it, this is mine. Woohoo! So we can minimize this. Come to our board here. Oh, wow. Look at all this. What the heck is this? Placement decoration list. This is new. Housing vendor. This is a new interface. I have not seen this interface before, where I got a little bar here. Interesting. Showing my buffs for being in my house. My plots. Looks like I gotta repair things. My thicket needs repaired. My whirly wind needs repaired. Wow. Let's repair all the things. I don't have anything built over here. Okay. So, now we can see everything is built again. Woohoo! So as you can see here, in a house, I have two challenges. If you look at this, I have a thicket, or a festival, which gives me free buffing food. Every so often, I come once a day. I click on it. I get free food that I can buff myself with. In fact, let's go over here and click on it. So the festival's got a table. We click on the table, and we're activating it. And lo and behold, oops. We just got some pomegranate punch for free, which is going to heal me for 344, and focus for 80 seconds. So I just now got myself something to heal myself back up for. And by the way, you can adjust the size of your bag. If you don't like to look at it that way, we can fix that. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. That's about a good size. There we go. Alright. Ooh, I got all kinds of stuff in here. Outfitter's guides. I got some energy shields, some support systems, some linen cloth, stone wall support. Nah, oops. Salvage. Salvage. Yeah, salvage. Let's clean up our inventory a little bit here. There we go. Alright. So the next thing over here, I have a thicket. As a survivalist, I want to have trees and foods and stuff like that growing and getting free stuff. So when I come to my house, I harvest my free trees. I harvest my free food. And I get my free leather. You get free stuff once a day. I strongly recommend anybody that's going to craft, or even if you don't want to craft, you're going to want to have a resource gathering spot on your house. It's free, collect it, get it, do whatever. Challenges. Challenges are personal choice. If you want to do them, you get to come here. Woo! And start the challenge and see if you can get to the top. See here. I didn't start this challenge properly, so I'm probably not going to do any good with it. Let's see here. What's this? Oh, housing construction, crate, housing items, decor. And I missed. Bummer. I didn't start the challenge anyway, so I wonder what I gotta click on down here to start the challenge. Oh, there it is. So, Plushie. Talk to Plushie. So, okay. Let's see here. Sorry, I got a question. So let me address the question. Stop playing around. So, Aranthius, so do you find challenging to earn money in the game? That's an interesting question. I would say it depends on how you play. No, I don't think overall getting money in this game is difficult. You have trade skills that are going to be fairly profitable. You got harvesting. You can just sell junk items to the vendors. Overall, you're not going to have a huge issue with money unless, and here's the caveat, you are a spendthrift, meaning you like to buy everything. So then you're going to have to plan. Mounts are expensive. Housing items stuff is can be expensive. So if we go here to the upgrades, so here if we want to change the my wall's house, it's 2 gold. Is 2 gold a lot of money? It is at early game. Late game, not so much. So it just depends on what you want to buy. Like here, wood awnings. This is 5,000 plat. Yeah, it's going to be expensive to want to put this on. But that's what's going to set you apart when you start doing things, is what you buy and how you buy it. Is it easy to get money? I would say not easy. Is it accessible to get money with the right approach? Yes. Onrez and I are very vocal on our econ PvP philosophies that, we are going to take trade skills and just suck the economy dry and make ourselves rich. That's our intent. Other people are just going to want to do other type of activities to get rich, and they're all viable. You could be a raider and all you do is raid and get your loot drops and sell your loot drops on the auction house and be filthy rich. It just depends on what you want to do. So, anyway, housing challenge. So the challenge of this challenge, you can do housing challenges once a day. And the way housing challenges work, let's move this up here. I don't like this up here. Let's see. That's a good spot for it. Out of my way. So, housing challenges, you can do them once a day. And if you have it, you're going to want to do it once a day because there's loot chests. So we're going to click on this guy. And it's going to says, get to the top. And the faster you do it, the bigger your reward. Let's see how we do here. Oh no, I missed. Darn it. Where'd I gotta go? Oh, I missed again. We're gonna fail the challenge. Oh no. Come on. Get up there. Can we do this? Oh no, no, don't go down. Let's go. Up. Don't miss. Woo, come on, we're gonna make it. Where we gotta go left? Oh, we gotta click on it.
Bronze level awarded.
Oh, we only got bronze. Oh. So, bronze level. You've reached bronze, so we get our desired 2 times. If we got silver, we'd be 3 times, and if we got gold, we'd be 4 times on our odds to get what we want when we roll on it. Let's see what we get here. We got plushie, which is a decoration you can add to your house. We have Algarop bent trees, and those you plant in your yard. You can get renowned, which is a currency for spending stuff, or you can get a die. These items that you get from these challenges, I don't believe change. So the idea is over the course of 4 days, if you would succeed and actually get what you roll on, you could collect them all. There may be a bigger library here, and these are just the 4 that showed up this time. I haven't done these challenges enough to know whether they cycle through. I know in one of the challenges I've been working hard on my brewery is to get the keg. That is one of the housing decoration items. So anyway, so let's go ahead and roll on the die. And we got renowned. Hello. What trade skills am I taking for the best profit? I think that is something that's going to be too hard to tell pre-launch. You got to see how your economy on your server is going to flush out. I happen to plan on taking architect just because I want to help support the housing, but it just depends. It's personal choice. Oh, let's fly! And I died! My buff fell off. That's alright. No big deal.
If you like living so much, why do you keep dying?
Why do I keep dying? Oops. That was funny. I didn't realize my butt. Where'd my loot go? I guess I got it already. Anyway, so that's another challenge. This is my house. Let's see here. Let's go nighty night. I'm tired. Yeah. Sleepy time. So, hey, so we got Tulu85 is asking, is it worth focusing on gathering instead of just crafting as a good choice? I would say yes. So, especially if you're in a guild, so you can sell materials to your guild mates and they give you items, or you trade, or you just sell it on the auction house to make pure cash. There's another question, is it a free to play or you need to pay every month? It is a pay every month, however they have what's called the cred system. So if you're familiar with games like Eve, where you can earn gold in-game and buy game time from someone else who has spent the money on it. So basically, if you have the time, you can earn in-game currency and trade it for actual game time. If you don't have the time, you can purchase the time or purchase the gold from those that have earned it. So it's a give and take. So it's a hybrid system. So yes, there's a monthly subscription fee, or you purchase your time through the cred system. The next question is, let's see here. Do I feel Architect is something worth playing solo, or do you need guild help? I think every trade skill has a benefit of guild coordination, but you can do them completely solo. I don't think you need a guild to be profitable. I don't think you need a guild to necessarily be successful. I think you're going to be much more successful if you do have a guild or a circle. Remember, you have your social systems of circles. You have neighbors, you have guilds, you have circles. Creating a circle with like-minded friends. So if you wanted to be an architect, I would coordinate with other architects. I would coordinate with other dedicated crafters and exchange goods and services when needed. Somebody that's a weaponsmith might want a housing plug that an architect builds. So you would want to be in a circle to make that trade, not necessarily use the auction house to do that. Alright, Ranthus, take care. We'll see you later. So, oops. Let's switch characters. So you've seen the Smell Slinger. Let's go ahead and switch to another person. I have every character, I have every class available. So let's switch to my Stalker. This is my beautiful Stalker. She's a Draken. I have my Warrior. Notice I have no high-level characters. I am not planning on, in beta, at least this round, of getting a 50. Saving myself something for the game. Have I had 50s before? Yes. I've played beta for a very long time. I've tested all the things. But this time around, I'm just focusing on having enough information for you and available and answering your questions. Here's my Esper. My Engineer. And my Medic. Oh yeah. My Medic is cool. So who do you want to see next? Oh yeah, I was going to go to my stalker. So we'll just kind of bounce around all my characters, let you kind of see their abilities and effects. Really quickly, like I did the Spell Slinger, I'm just going to show you all the abilities that are available. Yeah, turn off the... Okay. Come on, there we go. Oops. Move my skill monitor up out of the way. Oh, I killed my mini-map. There we go. So, this is the stalker. Sorry, had an add-on error there. So here I am in Daradoon. Ooh, what happened to the map? There it goes. So let's open up our skill panel. And we'll go over the abilities really quickly. We have Shred. We have Impale. Analyze Weakness. Ruin. Cripple. Neutralize. Punish. Concussive Kicks, which you get at level 24. Phlebotomize at level 18. And Clone at level 18. Over in the support area, which is your tanking build, you have Nanofield. You have Whiplash. Razor Discs. Nanovirus. Amplification Spike at 18. Decimate at 18. Frenzy at 21. Razor Storms at 27. Steadfast at 27. And Nano Darts at 31. Your utility, which supports both, is Stagger, False Retreat, Reaver, Pounce, Tethermine, Tactical Retreat. Bloodthirst opens up at 18. Preparation at 21. Collapse at 24. And Stim Drone at 31. The path I have on this character is... What am I? I don't even know. Where's my title? Anyway. My lore. Galactic lore. No. Wrong one. Whoa! That's cool! Oh, that's an add-on. Never mind. Let's see here. Trade skills. What trade skills I got on this one? So this one I have weaponsmith and cooking. So let's go to the weaponsmithing station. Give you a look at the weaponsmithing. Anybody got a question out there for me while I'm flying over to the weapons place? Feel free to ask. This is an AMA. You ask, I answer. Even if I really don't know what I'm talking about. Let's fly. Oh, you wanna? You're not attacking me, are you? Okay, you're not attacking me. Alright. We're off to see the wizard. So, just to put it in perspective, let's give this guy a... Woohoo! I like my stalker. Yes, I do. High-five him. And I don't believe my amps are filled in. Nope, they're sure not. Amps have been reset. That's okay. That is okay. So we're going to come over to the crafting station. We're going to give you a quick overview on how the crafting station works and give you a chance to answer some questions. So, here's what's going to open up when you do your crafting station. You're going to have your schematics, your tech tree, and your talents. To earn talents, you're going to want to unlock tech tree things by completing things that have stars. So, as you can see here, if it has a star, you want to complete the objectives that they're talking about here to earn them. So on and so forth. For the tech tree to know what it needs to do, you just click on it and it's going to tell you what it wants you to do. It's going to say craft 3 serviceable melee weapons, and it's going to, like this example, it doesn't matter which 3 you craft. You could craft 3 of the same or 1 of each. Sometimes it's going to tell you you need more than 1 of each, and so on and so forth to earn this achievement. As you can see here, I've done quite a bit of weaponsmith crafting in the novice. If you want to see the next tier, you're going to open up journeyman. You can see I've done very little here on the journeyman level. I got a long ways to go. Nothing's green. If you want to look ahead, you can go ahead and click out any of the trees. For those that do not have recipes, you're just going to get experience level, and then in the hobbies category, same thing. You're going to see what you can do. But let's go back to here. In this panel, you can search for a recipe. So if you get a quest that says, hey, craft me this, you can just type the words. You can filter on show locked. That means it's going to show you every recipe. So if I open up this, it's going to show me every recipe I don't know. If I unclick it, it's only going to show me those recipes I do know. Or you can show those recipes that I have materials for. If I have the materials, it'll show it. And you're going to click on it and you can see what the material requirements are to craft this. Now if I load the schematic, it's going to be in preview only. So I can look at this and I can go, oh, I want to load it. And it's going to give me a preview. See how it says preview? I have not committed resources to this recipe yet. As soon as I hit start craft, those recipes or those materials will be lost, even if you do not go any farther. If you hit the start craft, you are committed to spending 6 platinum, 1 viscosity, and 1 core. Regardless, you are committed and you'll lose it. Or I should say you'll lose your platinum. I'm not sure if you'll lose all of it. Well, you'll lose these 2. You may not lose your core yet because you haven't applied it. But let's just do it for an example. So we start the craft. We have to come up here and click to apply our core. So if I quit here, the only thing I'm going to lose is my viscosity and my platinum because I haven't applied the core yet. But once you apply the core, you're committed. These chips are purchasable, so you're going to want to put in whatever it says. Now it's going to tell you best match. It's going to say based on this red line, it wants a red item. This one is fixed. This weapon is going to get grit plus whatever else you put into it. As a crafter, this is how you determine the outcome. This random over here, you can't affect it. Sometimes it's fixed and it tells you what it is before you even start. I'm pretty sure this one was grit no matter what, but it could have been random. The higher you get, the more items you're going to have, the more fixed and more random spots you're going to have. So here, it's going to say best match next to this one. It's saying, hey, put brutality in here because brutality is damage for a stalker. Now you can see how much charge you have. If I had a better power core, I would have more power to effect. Now, here it's telling me I must 9 brutality, but I can increase that at the expense of more power. The more power you apply, the closer you get to max, and you want to max it out because you want more stats. This is about stats, right? So we're going to put a little bit more. Okay, we're not quite overcharged, we're almost full, but we're at 12. We click it again, uh-oh, we went over. We're 176 to 170. We have 1% chance to fail, and if we fail, we lose everything. We can keep going. Now we have a 5% chance of failure. We can keep going. 20% chance of failure. We go too far, 100% chance you can't even try. So we can back this up. Is it worth it to me to try and get this much stat, 16 brutality and 25 grit, with a 20% chance of failure? It may be. This is offset by your specialization, your skill points you put in those tiers. If you don't want to take the chance, don't craft it. Let's go ahead and see if we succeed. We succeeded. We had a 20% chance to fail, and we succeeded, and it tells us what we got. We got a serviceable platinum wrist spikes. We gained 377 experience, and we used a platinum chunk and medium viscosity, and we're that much closer to skilling up. Now, you can just hit start craft and keep going if you want to craft again. We don't, so we're just going to hit the back button. And we're done. That's how crafting works. And you can go and preview anything. So if we show locked, and now we hit claws, we can come over here and we can see, oh, once we get this recipe, what are the stats going to be? What's it going to be like? And if you read the schematic, it's telling you what it potentially can give you. So it's going to tell you that it comes with, by default, 420 assault power, 279 support power. It comes with 1 to 2 or 0 to 1 rune slot. So you have a chance on this recipe to get a rune slot. Well, what about the one that we just did? It just tells you have a random attribute. So that grit that was on those claws could have been anything. So this is how you read your schematic to know what you're going to get before you craft it. And obviously the tooltip has given me a comparison of what it is compared to what I currently have. If you don't want to be confused by that, just unequip your weapon if you're a weaponsmith, and then you won't have to look at that. You can just open this up. Let's take off our weapon. Now let's look at this. Now you don't have the red confusing you while you're trying to craft. This is my own personal choice. I like to not have the comparisons unless I'm making the weapon for myself. I don't want to have that detracting me as I'm reviewing and trying to skill up. So that's just my personal tip for crafting for you. Take it for what it's will. Obviously, I can't use level 25 weapons, so why did I make one? So, oh, and here it's showing me, do I have the materials? So I can make a condenser. That doesn't matter. Have materials. Let's go back to apprentice. So now here, we got claws, level 15, that comes with 7 crits. So now this has got a fixed stat on it, vice a random stat. You're going to get 7 crit plus whatever else. Now I don't have any low viscosity flux, so it's telling me I can't even craft it, but I can look at the schematic. So here you see it's a lock stat of 7 crit. No matter what else you put on it, you're going to get 7 crit. But you also have the ability to add a red circuit socket here and a red circuit socket here. So you'll be able to add, if you remember, red sockets are your brutality, your tech, and your finesse. So you'll be able to add 2 more stats to this weapon. So that's what you're looking at when you're looking at a schematic from a crafting standpoint. You want to understand how this layout works so you can plan ahead for what you want to craft to maximize your profits, to maximize your ability to provide what you want to your customers. So anyway, any questions on the crafting while I'm still at the crafting table? If not, I will pop over to another class and we'll run through a quick review of the abilities just so we can take a look at everything and get you going. Let me equip my claws again. And I'll go ahead and give a chance for you to ask a question and show you once more how I can go kill something. I'm kind of being mean because I'm 16 and it's a 9. stealth up. Now notice on my ability bar in stealth how these two got squares around it. It means I get bonus damage for using this ability in stealth. And also notice that even though I'm 16 and it's 9, that wasn't an easy kill. One, I don't have my amp points spent. And two, level doesn't necessarily equate to difficulty. It still comes down to skill. It still comes down to equipment. It still comes down to all the variables for you. So, just FYI. So, let's wave goodbye to the Stalker. And we'll switch over to another character. So, switch characters. Anybody got questions? Come on, questions! Before I lose my voice. Voice is going, gone. Alright, so let's take a walk on the warrior side. Come on, buddy. Let's talk about the warrior. Oh. Is it going to do this to me every time? Come on. Sorry about that. So we're on the warrior. And we're in Algarok. Yay, Algarok. So let's take a quick look at the abilities on the warrior. The warrior has the Relentless Strikes, Power Strikes, Leap, Savage Strikes, Ripsaw, Whirlwind, Augment Blades, which comes at 11, Smackdown at 15, Tremor at 18, and Breaching Strikes at 21. In the support tree, we have Menacing Strike, we have Jolt, Plasma Wall at 13, Atomic Spears at 15, Bolstering Strikes at 18, Polarity Field at 18, Expulsion at 24, Atomic Surge at 27, Bum Rush at 27, and Shield Burst at 31. Remember the alternate ability or set for a warrior besides DPS is tanking. That should be obvious. We have Kick. We have Plasma Blast, which is one of the few ranged abilities. Flashbang at 11. Grapple at 13. Emergency Reverse at 15. Power Link at 18. Sentinel at 18, Defense Grid 21, Stoppable Force at 24, and Tether Bolt at 31. On this class, I am a warrior or a soldier. So you get back in the fray with HP, bailout, or combat supply drop, which drops you a weapons crate that gives you a temporary weapon that you get to use in certain situations. Let's go out here and kill something. What are my trade skills? Let's look at my trade skills on this guy. What do I got? I haven't taken any. Well, that makes it easy. Let's just go kill something. Oh, the WildStar died. Oh, I got a phone call. Oh, Photo call. Beta weekend contest. Yay! I got a costume item. That's a good segue. Do I have a costume? Costume 1. Nice. I got my jacket, but I have to go to a costume or a dye vendor to be able to equip it. So we'll be waiting on that. I got my Highwayman boots and my jacket. Nice. Still no questions. You are a quiet crowd today. Let's go down here and fight something cool. Where's all the... Oh, there's lots of people down here. Oh, there's a rare guy. Shadowfall is a rare bird. Let's see if we can knock him out of the sky. I don't think I can reach him, actually. Where'd he go? I don't have any ranged ability to reach up and touch him. We'll see if we can somehow get his attention. Nope. Oh, we got attacked by somebody. Oh, we did get his attention. Nice. Nice. We got the rare. Let's see if we can kill him.
Challenge begins.
Oh, and I died. Oh no. There's 3 tank classes in the game.
Return to your mortal coil.
I died.
Try to hang on to it this time.
You have the Stalker, you have the Warrior, and you have the Engineer can all be tanks. You have the Esper, the Spellslinger, and the Medic, who can be healers. And then everybody else is DPS. Wow. I died to the rare birdie. That's so sad. He kicked my booty. Well, I was fighting a dog and the bird at the same time. So let's go back and try that again. I am out of practice. This is for sure. Is he still there? Yep, he's still there. So, let's see if we can get him to attack us again. And get our achievement. Yeah. Do I have any buffing food? Let's see here. Medi shots. I don't have any buffing food. And I got the dog again. Take that, dog. Alright, now we need the bird. The word is the bird. Where'd he go? There he is. Come on down, buddy. Let's chat. You and me. Let's duke it out. I want an achievement. I agree with you, killer. I agree with you. This game has a lot of potential. Who will I play at launch? I will be a stalker at launch, more than likely. Either that or an engineer. All just depends. Come on, buddy. Let's chat. Did we get you? There we go. Oh! Wow! Did you see that? He dive bombed me because I was in the dark. Okay. We're not going to fight him anymore. We need some help. Wow, he just come down. How much did he hit me for? Ripclaw uses Ripsaw for 88 tech damage. Dive bomb for 2,237. Holy moly. Oh, he dive bombed me twice. That hurt. That really hurt. Oh, we got a quest turn in. Look at that.
Reckoned you'd never check in.
All right. Well, that was hilarious. Oh my gosh. So, let's go up in here and repair. One of these vendors can repair me.
Reckon I got a deal or two.
Repair. Do I need to repair? 32 34. Nope, I don't actually need to repair yet. That was hilarious. Okay. Let's switch character. Oop. Cancel. Switch characters again. We'll take a look at another class. How is leveling? Killer asks. Well, Killer, leveling is subjective to your playstyle. I level really slowly because I like to do everything. I like to make sure when I leave a zone I've completed every quest and completed every achievement if I can find it. That is counterproductive to leveling quickly. For those that want to just get to end game, you can level very fast. You can get to end game pretty dang quickly if you so choose. Let's see here. Oh, let's not do that. It just depends on what you want to do. There are people that get to 50 really, really quickly. I don't happen to be one of them, though. I think there's just... the journey is what's good to me. Alright, more beta pieces. So let's see if we can find a dive vendor. Is there a vendor here? I don't think there is. But let's look around. Consumables vendor. I don't think there's a WildStar vendor here in this area to show you the costuming. But I think on my next character we'll be able to do that. Alright, this looks like a good spot to go over things. So this is an Esper class. So let's go ahead and look at the Esper abilities, run through them real quickly. And the reason why I'm doing this again, for those of you that may have just tuned in, is I want to give you something to look at on YouTube that if you want to digest a specific class, you can take your time, go through it, and look at it. So we have Telekinetic Strike, we have Mind Burst, we have Concentrated Blades, Blade Dance, Telekinetic Storm, level 9, Psychic Frenzy at 11, Spectral Swarm at 18, Illusionary Blades at 18, Haunt at 24, and Reap at 27. In the support tree, which is healing, we have Mind Over Body, we have Bolster, Revelry, Phantasmal Armor, Soothe, Mending Banner, Mirage, Pyrokinetic Flame, Warden, and Mental Boon. In the utility department, we have Crush, we have Shockwave, we have Geist, Restraint, Fade Out, Catharsis, Meditate, Fixation, Incapacitate, and Projected Spirit. For the path on this character, I am a Settler, which gets Settler's Campfire. Summon a Mailbox, Summon a Vendbot, and Summon a Crafting Station. So if you are the type of person who likes to help people work for the community, Settler is your path. So, let's go ahead and take a look. I don't know if I got any trade skills on this character. I do not, so that won't help. But let's go look around and see how. So here you can see on Settler, there's stuff just laying on the ground. Well, you have to collect this stuff and then use it to build stuff for people. But let's go out here and fight something now, so you can see how the Esper in action while you come up with some more questions. Ooh! Undetended. Let's see what happens here. It's a holdout. Oh no! We have to fight! Defend all the things!
Triple kill.
Triple kill! Defend!
I speak for the forest.
I speak for the forest!
I'm sorry, but I can't let you rest just yet.
Double kill.
I hate to rush you, but it's urgent.
Double kill. Triple kill.
Nice! We're just tearing it up. Did we win? Victory! Great execution. Look at that. We're done. We are awesome. And there you go. You got the Esper in action. Doo-doo-doo. Alright, so now that the holdout's done, let's see if we got any more questions. To the questions! Killer asks, so yeah, playing every class till you find what feels fun is exactly what you should do. It is an awesome game. There's lots of variability between the classes, and I think trying them all, if you don't have a set playstyle already, is a good way to go. Fulmar is talking about lore. Yes, there is a ton of lore in this game. If you love to read the stories, you love to learn about different things, you've got your lore panel. You can come on here. You got your data cubes. You can listen to the data cubes over and over again. You can read your journals. You go here and you got your journal, which tells you a story. If you're those that really like to know the backstory, you're going to want to collect all that. You got your tales, which on this character you can't see that I've completed one, but tales are like stories that you collect all the pieces. Once you find all 7 pieces, you get a comic book type story. Phenomenal type information. You can also find out about all the different things in the world inside your lore. So yeah, if you're the type that likes to do everything and learn everything, you're going to get deep into this. There's going to be people that are going to completely skip this part of the game. They're just going to gather the information and never read it. But look at this. You got all this stuff you can find out about, and when your bar fills up, you've got every article about that person. Until you've got it filled up, there's still more to learn. There's still a locked piece of information here that you got to find by interacting with termites, for example. So, yes, I agree with you. There's tons of lore to do here. Let's see here. Next question here. Is the game worth a subscription? Is there loads to do even at in-game? Yes. I think there are tons and tons to do. You're going to have your raids. You're going to have your solo duo dungeons. You're going to have all the different crafting. You're going to have lore and achievements. Yeah, there's plenty to do. I think this game is well worth, at a minimum, a 6-month subscription. After that, I would say you would be, depending on your play style and your commitment to games, you might be a little wavering at that point. It just depends. I think this game has got probably a good 2 years worth of playing if you are a serious in-game raider. I think it's going to take probably that long to get everything done. I mean, literally done. All pinks, all your gear is epic that dough. Yeah, get it all. It's going to take a while. It's not going to be an overnight, and you got to keep in mind that they're adding stuff to the game all the time. So, let's see here. So 4 more. I'm not sure what stories you're talking about, but yeah, in your Galactic Archives and your lore, there's plenty of stuff there to read. So let's go ahead and switch over to another character and take a look at the next class, because you want to see them all, right? Before my voice gives out. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Tickety talk, tickety talk. So what other questions you have? Let me welcome everybody to the show. If you're new, please say hello so I can address you on the show and let you know, everybody, that you're here. So, Toon Army asks, can you change between the 4 paths and houses and housing? So, no. On your character, when you roll it, you are fixed into your path choice. So as you can see here, my different characters have a path associated with them. These choices are made at game launch, and you are stuck with them. The only way to change your path is to change your tune. You have to re-roll. And I think that's okay. I think that's a good way to do it, because being able to mix up your paths gives you access to different content. And if you've already gone through that zone on one path, allowing you to change and do that content on another path kind of is an unfair advantage. Yeah, it gives you the ability to see all the different content on a single tune, but that's not the intent. The intent is to have a different experience every time you go through a zone, and so we don't want you to be able to change your path on that tune. You want to go through that zone and you want it to be a different experience. Having a different path the next time you go through is going to help with that. So, let's switch over to our engineer now, and he is wearing a costume mask, so he's actually a Chua. And we're going in! Killer had a question and he forgot. Well, I'm sorry, remember the question and come back to me. Let's ask it. Beta weekend, I get another outfit. So, we are here on the Chua. So, we are in Aurora. And so, while we're here, before I get too far into this, let's go ahead and take a look at the size of the world, because we had a question, is there plenty to do? And that's a good segue into, well, how big is the world? Well, this is your starter island. Here and here, Crimson Isle and Levian Bay is where you start out. Your 2 places you can start on your 4 races, or for each faction. So this is the Dominion side. So you have Levian Bay, which is where the Makari and the humans, or the Cassians, will start out if you follow the default choice. You can start over on Crimson Island as a Makari or a human or Cassian, if you so choose when you leave the Ark ship. By default, though, you're going to go to Levian Bay. Crimson Island is for the Draken and the Chua. Then you're going to proceed into Daradoon, and from Levian Bay you go into Elevar. You both end up in Elum at that point. From Elum you go to Aurora, and then from Aurora you go over to Wilderun. We still don't know much about this area, but look how big the map is. These places are huge. So if we zoom in, I've only explored this much of this map. See how big this world is? This is, to do this entire zone at a reasonable pace, it's going to take you a good while. Maybe 8 hours, maybe 10 hours, maybe 15 hours in game. It really depends upon your playstyle. To do everything, though, it's going to take a concerted effort. Will you be able to skip content and go proceed to a next zone? Sure, you can do that. Now, this is just one area. Now we come out here. Oops, wrong one. And we have all this. Now these are end game zones. You got Malgrave, Southern Grimvault, Western Grimvault, Blighthaven, and we still don't know about this zone. So you got to keep in mind, world exploration, we've only done it 40%. Now Malgrave is about a level 35 area zone. Oops. Southern Grimvault, you're going to want to be 45 to 50. And you probably want to go with friends. I've been in Grimvault, and I can solo stuff in Grimvault on my 50. You find a rare? Yeah, it's tough. I'm good on my Stalker at level 50. And I have trouble killing the rare mobs, the harder mobs, solo. Sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. It depends on their abilities and their effects. So once you start getting into these zones, you're going to want to be high level, good gear, and you're going to want to bring friends. So this is the Exile side of the house. Northern Wilds is your starter areas, and Everstar Grove. Everstar Grove is going to be your Orans and your the diseased ones. I'm mind blanking here. The Mordesh. The Mordesh start here. The Northern Wilds is the Makari and the Exile humans. And then you proceed through the zones there. These go to Celestian. These goes to Algarok. They both go to Thade, then Gallerus, then White Veil. Now, we haven't even talked about Farside. Farside is a whole nother thing. We're not going there yet. So, anyway, as you can see here, lots of world. Okay, housing. There's a question about housing. I visited housing earlier to an army. Everybody gets a house at level 14, and it's awesome. The things you can do in housing is just phenomenal. I do have an article up about one of my concerns about housing, and that's housing plugs, and you can find that over on MMORPG. Makari, you're correct. I'm sorry. Granok, not Makari. You are correct. I'm sorry. So, my bad on that one. Good catch. Thank you, Master. You can tell I play Dominion way too much. So the Granoks. So yes, my mistake on that one. There is PvE, there is PvP, there is a ton of PvP in this game. I haven't covered that too much because I don't do it too much. So, I have guides over on there if you want to find out about WildStar. But anyway, let's get back to the Chua, the Makari, his abilities. So this is an engineer. The engineer is the Pulse Blast, Electrocute, Quick Burst, Artillery Bot. Now, engineers get to summon bots to help them, and I'll pull one up here in just a second. Engineer Augur, Bioshell, Mortar Strike, Unstable Anomaly, Target Acquisition, Bolt Caster. In the support, which is a tanking class, you have the Bruiser Bot. You have Hyperwave, Flak Cannon, Unsteady Miasma, Feedback, Ricochet, Disruptive Module, Shocking Pulse, Particle Ejector, Thresher. In the utility, you have Zap, Urgent Withdrawal, Recursive Matrix, Diminisher Bot, Shatter Impairment, Repair Bot, Volatile Ejection, Code Red, Personal Defense Unit, and Obstruct Vision. For the paths, we have... Oh, we've already covered those. So, wow, do I have no abilities selected? Where's my... I must not be showing my bars. Interface. Oops. Oh, HUD. Action bars. Always on. There we go. It's like, where's my bar? Alright. So, let's summon our bot. 5. Now, engineers can have up to 2 bots out if that's the way you spec. If you're speccing into having bots, you can have 2 of them that help you in your journey. They follow you around. They basically do their own thing. You can click the bars and have them do effects, but for the most part, you just let them do their thing. So, anyway, back to questions. So, for the pre-orders, yeah, you have until tomorrow to get some discounts there. Let's see here. So let's go outside of town here. I don't have a mount, so we're going to walk. Let's go outside town here and shoot something so you can see the engineer in action. And then we'll switch over to the next class and take a look. Whee! Broop. Let's take on the Dozer. Now if you click on Dozer, he's a tougher mob. He's a superior ranked mob and he's ranked strong. So this could hurt. Let's get our other bot out here. Let's remember what my abilities do here. And I died. I took on everything. The bot does help you tank, yes.
Sorry, I just don't have anything witty to say at this time.
I'm just not doing very well. I need to stop taking on things much above my level. So, and I need to remember I have a healing potion. Let's try something a little bit easier. So if we go back to our abilities and the support thing, you have abilities that are going to do things for you to help you. You have taunting abilities. You're going to use different types of like flat canyons. You got these different things that affect your tanking abilities. I haven't really played with tanking in the engineer yet, so I really can't answer the questions there. But yeah, you have bots, you have taunts, you're basically a ranged tank. So when you die, you're going to go to the nearest one of these. So this is your res spot. It's going to send you to the nearest one of those that you know about, Buggy. So that's where it's going to do that. So Toon Army is asking, do paths change gameplay? It changes your play style. So for example, if you're a scientist, you're going to be spending extra time running around picking up stuff and then building stuff. Let's see if somebody's built one in the area. There's going to be stations around that you're going to be able to put up that other people are going to benefit from. Like here's a scientist station. If a scientist had come to this area, they could have built a temporary thing right here that helps people. So you're going to be focused on finding your resources and building your resources and helping people and getting experience from people using your resources. If you're a soldier, you're going to find a holdout station and you're going to be doing holdouts or assassination missions. So it's adding layer to your content specific to your playstyle. If you're a scientist, you're going to be going out and you're going to be doing scanning missions. You're going to be investigating the plants, technology, the creatures, and finding out information about them. And when you do, it gives you buffs for your character that helps you do your quests and play. So each path adds a layer of content on top of your normal questing. You can completely ignore your path and just quest or just kill things and proceed through the game just fine. So it's a personal choice that you add on top of that. An explorer. An explorer are the ones that are going to be going, oh, I want to get on top of this pillar over here, and you want to get a benefit from it. So that's how the path affects it. Hope I answered that question fine. So with that, I've covered that. You've seen the engineer in action, though not very good. Let's see if we can kill something. Oh, he's level 14. No wonder I got my butt kicked. I'm only level 9. See, all these are level 15s. It's impossible. I can't even kill him. I don't even know I tried. I'm killing stuff. I'm in the wrong zone. No wonder. Let me go back to a zone where I'm actually the right level. I think I came here in a previous show to show somebody something or open the path.
Surely you wouldn't turn down a chance to help.
And yeah. So I was not where I'm supposed to be. Being the appropriate level for a zone makes all the difference. No wonder I got my butt kicked. There we go. So he's 6 and I'm 9. So now let's try this again. There we go. And as you can see, the bots did their own thing. They went out there and had some fun. So say goodbye to Mr. Guy. And let's go to the next character. Is there an auction house in a bank? Yes. Yes, there is, and I will show you that soon. I just have to be on a character that's in a town, so we can go show you that. And banks and auction houses, you have to have banks, you have to have bags just like in your inventory to expand them. So not only do you have to pay for the slot to open it, expand your bank, but then you have to have a bag to put in it to determine the number of slots. So just because you got a bag upgrade doesn't necessarily mean you want to get rid of the bag, because you may want to have it for your bank. That's very true, Killer. I showed you how to get yourself killed. And let's load this. Alright. So now we are on the medic. And here I am in Elevar. So the medic, I love the resource changes they did to the medic, and I'm a scientist on this guy, so this is a good segue to show you how a scientist works. So let's get our bot out here. Let's configure our bot. I only have the scan bot 1. Scan bots, you can actually change the look. If you got vanity items or ROMs, you can improve the quality of your bot. You can also rename your bot. So here you can see I named mine Sarcastic because I'm Sarcan. So if I was to turn on my labels, so let's go for HUD, unit frames, always on. Let's see here, nope. That's not what I wanted. Interface, oh no, nameplates, there we go. My nameplate, okay. So now you can see the name of the bot is Sarcastic because I named it. So, okay, this is a holdout for a soldier. So we showed you earlier that, or talked about earlier, soldiers would come up here and they would click on this and they would have a holdout. Kind of similar to what we seen when I showed you the Esper, but that was a random one. I love the music in this game. If you haven't ever gone over and looked at Jeff's music, he's got a sound station for that. You really need to go listen to his albums outside the game. They're phenomenal. Anyway, let's go over the medic. Ooh, why do I not have stuff on my bar? So, I got ability points I can spend. So let's go over the abilities. So the abilities of the medic is healing and DPS. And they're basically, the medic is an area of effect type damaging class. And the reason why I like it if I was in a group activity is because it's all about positioning, which is really cool. You put these area effects on the ground, anything standing in it gets affected, either healing or DPS. And I think that's a phenomenal way to play a character, but I also find it's more difficult to play solo. So for me, I really only want to play the medic if I'm playing in groups most of the time. It just is not, to me, a solo-friendly class. Some people love it. This is just my personal opinion. So anyway, discharge, gamma rays, fissure, devastation probes, nullifier, quantum cascade, collider, annihilation, atomize, dematerialize, the support, crisis wave, mending probes, shield surge, emission, dual shock, triage, flash, rejuvenator, barrier, and extricate. Utility, we have paralytic surge, urgency, restrictor, antidote, protection probes, recharge, empowering probes, magnetic lockdown, calm, and field probes. And on this class, we are a scientist. We have holographic distraction, summon group, and creates portal capital city. Now, one thing we can show on here that I wasn't able to show on any other classes is the fact that now you can buy your abilities in the field. So I have unlocked these abilities, emission and dual shock, and I can purchase it right here, and it tells you the cost. For 14 silver, 11 copper, I can buy the abilities. You do not have to buy all the abilities. Only buy the abilities you want to have. Now, eventually, you want to own all the abilities because you can swap at any time outside of combat. And you can create these action sets. And you can have up to 4 action sets depending upon your level. And once you save an action set, it is for your abilities, how much points you've spent in those abilities, and your amps. It saves all of it for your action set. So when you say use set and save it, it's going to remember all of that. So having the versatility to just open this up, switch action set, and say use set is a quick swap. It will not change your gear, but I'm betting, I'm almost guaranteeing someone will make an add-on, if it's possible, that when you change sets, you'll change your gear also. I don't know if it's possible. Go talk to the add-on authors. I don't know how to do all that. So, let's see here. It's telling me, let's see here. Let's get... So now I have no more, I still have 2 more slots I can fill up. So I can create and nullify. Full take damage over time. So I can buy this ability. And let's see here. I don't know why it took that off of there. Support, utility. Let's go ahead and put that on the bar and say use set. Now we're ready. Now if we go over here to amps, we need to spend amps. Let's go full assault power with critical hit. We spent all our points and we're done. So now let's go fight something so you can see how the medic works, unless there's a question. He's level 10 and he's running away from me. Fine, I'll go fight something else. Notice how the abilities have to be in the area. We'll review this. So, this one does a cone effect. This one does 3 lines. No, that's kind of hard to see, but you got 3 lines there. It's going to do more damage in the center than it is on the sides. This one here puts down an area effect on the ground that anybody standing in it, notice it had collapsing fields. So it starts out and then explodes in the middle. So if anybody's standing in there, you still want them centered, but it's going to hit everybody in waves around that. This one just going to go around you wherever you put it. So this one you're going to drop it out here somewhere and hit everybody there. And then this one is a diamond shape effect where it does damage over time in that area. And that's why I say the medic is more of a area effect type person. So, let me get back to questions here while I switch to a character that can go to a bank. So we can show the bank in the auction house. So, I think WildStar is definitely going to be a big MMO tune. I think once people actually get in and try it, for those that are adverse of subscriptions but still give it a try, I think they'll be hooked. For those that just refuse to do any kind of subscription at all, I think they're going to be at a loss for not trying it. And I think, yes, I think this game will be around for a very long time. So let's get back on Sarcan. So I hope that answered the question. Is it for everybody? It just depends. For someone who had a question about housing, this is your housing plot. Everybody has the same kind of island. So there you go. And they gave us this new action bar, which didn't stay where I wanted it to, where you got these plots and plugs. And like I was saying, over on mmorpg.com, I put out an article about housing plugs, telling you what all the different plugs are, what you can put in them, and how they work. So there's that. So, there we go. Let's go to town here, or go back to where I was at, and show off the banks. Now, Killer has a question about amps. Oh, where am I at? Okay. So amps. Are they like perks, kind of like a WoW talent tree? Yes and no. Amps provide additional effects to your character that also is going to play on top of your gear, stats, and stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look at that in more detail. So if I look at my character, you have ability points, which are going to buff the specific ability. So when you go in here and you look and say for quick draw, for example, on this one, at every tier, this ability does a base of 154 physical damage plus 5 to 5 foes for 3.33 seconds, with a surge bonus of 359. For every ability point I put into it, it's going to increase it by 8 damage per shot and a surge bonus of 8 damage per shot. However, when I hit tier 4, if I spend enough ability points into this tier, I get an extra ability where it says each hit grants swiftness, so I'd be able to be running faster, keeping in mind that the Spell Slinger is all about movement, lining up a shot, shooting, moving, kiting, all that wonderful stuff. So getting swiftness by also using the ability is how you increase your effectiveness and your playstyle within your class. And then it tells you there swiftness, movement speed by 20%. If I put up to 8 points into this ability, it also is going to, at the end of the channel, give me empowerment, which increases my assault power by 10%. So you have your amp points, which are focused on specializing your overall limited action set. Okay, you following with me here? So this is how you quote-unquote specialize your character within your limited action set. Now let's hop over to amps. Amps, on the other hand, are designed to focus on your spec style. So very similar to the WoW talent tree, this affects how your limited action set, your gear, and your spec, are you DPS or are you support role, play into a factor. Keeping in mind, it also affects PvP if that's what you want to do. So you're going to have an action set that's dedicated to PvP if you go to PvP. So, and it's broken down into areas. Are you assault? Are you support? Or do you want to buff up your utility abilities? Amps have to be purchased or earned. A lot of these single ones are found in the world by dropping off mobs or you purchase from vendors. And you can see that they have different power costs. So you get, right now I have an 11 amp points. And I can undo these changes. Oh, well, I didn't make any changes. Oh, I have to go to a vendor and reset it. But depending on how you spend your points, facilitates buffing up your spec. So like for here, I spec'd into armor piercing, but if I get to the third tier of it, you know, it's still armor piercing, but assault power. If I get to the third tier, it's still assault power. These are all strike throughs, critical hits, and so on and so forth. These areas down here are for PvP offense. These are for PvP defense. So you got all kinds of different things. If you want to do dash, so it's not necessarily just affecting your spec. Toon Army, great to hear. I look forward to seeing you in game. Make sure you look for Sarcan or Chief Sarcan in game. One of my characters will always be named that. Maybe not all of them, but one of them. So look forward to seeing you. Utility abilities are like dash regeneration. So if you're dashing a lot, then you may want to spec into your utility. Does it directly affect your damage or your tanking ability? No, it affects your movement. But it may be what you want to spec into. Cooldowns. You may want to reduce your cooldowns. Every ability has a cooldown. So maybe you want to configure your sequence based on the fact you reduce the cooldown. So now you might use an ability that has a long cast time, where before, because you didn't have the cooldown reduction, doing it. Keeping in mind you have only so many points to spend here, so you can't be everything to everything. So that's how the amp system works. So we had a question about banks and auction houses. So let's go ahead and take a look at that before I close out the show. And I am getting ready to close out my show. So if you got any more questions, get them. I think I've been covering the bases pretty broadly, letting you see just about everything. And oh, by the way, mounts are customizable. This is not the way the mount normally looks. I've added stuff to it. You can get different mounts. So here I have a mount. I haven't put anything on it. You have a mount customization window. So you got front flare, back flare, left flare, right flare that you can add onto your character. Oh, I only had one up for some reason. And it can be specific to each mount. Once you have the flare, you can put them on all of them if you have the right kind. So these brain in the jar stuff, as you can see here, I've now added or decided to show this flare on all these mounts. And for some reason, this other flare is bugging out and it's not displaying. But back to the bank and the auction house. Woo-hoo. And by the way, each mount has their own effects. So hoverboards can go on water. The wheel mounts are good on stairs. Hoverboards get double jump and go on water. The chew balls do their own things. Stemigod, I would go to the forums. There may be something that you need to do for your specific computer to fix that. It should not be doing that. You just have to see what's conflicting. Toon Army, for the mount customization, there is a ton of different customizations you can get from the game. You earn them through quests, you buy them with reputation, you get them as drops. Once you add them to your customization panel, you can mix and match all of the above. Here we have a mailbox. I don't have any mail. You have a guild bank. I'm not in a guild, so I can't open the guild bank. Let's see here. I think the regular banker is right over here. So let's go open up the bank. So here's the bank interface. Here's my inventory interface. And as you can see here, just like the bag options, which actually shows you all your currencies you've earned, see how it takes bags. If I had a 10 slot bag, I'd put it here. It increased my inventory by 10 slots. So on and so forth. Well, you take those bags, you notice I put the bag over here and it says this bag has added 6 slots to my bank. If I remove this bag, I'll lose those 6 slots. If I click on here, it says it's 10 gold to unlock this slot. And then it's up to 25 gold, 100 gold, and a plat, I believe, for the spots to unlock them. Bag slots you have to pay to unlock also, but you don't have to pay for these, you just have to find a bag to put in the slot. And so that's how the bank works. And guild banks work just the same way, but you're going to have permissions of who can access them based on their tier level, what they can do, and so on and so forth. And as you can see here, I've been collecting all kinds of stuff. So I got an extra bag here. If I get 10 gold, I'm going to put it here and open up my bank by 5 slots, right? Putting my seeds in my bank. If I had a farm on my property at my house, I could plant and grow these seeds, so on and so forth. So this is how the bank works. Let's go take a look at the auction house. So over here in the auction house, you have 2 types of auction houses. You have the commodities broker, which supports, just like it says, commodities. That's going to be your raw resources, your crafting pieces. So if you make something that's used in another recipe, selling recipes, that type of stuff, that's over here on your commodities broker. Your auction house is going to be all the other stuff. So let's go ahead and open up the auction house first. And your auction house is going to come up and it's going to display everything in time order, or you can choose how you want to filter. Here I'm showing everything and when does the auction expire. But say I want to just look at light armor. So now it's saying, oh, you just want to look at light armor. Oh wait, no, I just want to look at light armor by chest. And you can come in here and you can see what's for sale, how long it's going to last, does it have a bid or a buyout. Some people only putting just a buyout, some people got bids. You got your medium armor, you got bags, because remember, expanding your bank takes bags. Expanding your inventory takes bags. People sell the bags when they no longer need them. Costume pieces. Well, you want to know if you want to make yourself fancy, you're going to sell your costume pieces or equip costume pieces, which we're going to cover before we hang up, because that's the one thing we haven't talked about in today's AMA show, is how to apply your costumes. Then you have gear. These are going to be your energy slots, your shield supports. Housing items. This is where you get your decor if you're going to buy it from somebody else. Look at that. Look at crowned graves. Sewer entrances. That's probably going to be a challenge. Oh, schematics. This is where you learn how to buy recipes for trade skills. A lot of trade skill recipes you get automatically when you get to that tier, but then there's quite a few of them that you have to get as a drop, and you have to learn that to be able to do it. So like these Tideborns is a set of recipes that have different pieces. Well, this is the Tideboard Grimwalkers, and it is for tailoring. So this might be the boots or the pants. And then you find Tideboard slippers, and those are the boots. So there you go. War plots. If somebody is making or finding war plot type stuff to improve your war plot, you're going to buy it here. And then the same thing for weapons. Then this is your selling interface. And it's going to give you a list of things that you can sell, that you have on you. And it's going to come up and tell you your options and if there's any other posts currently out there for that item. So you don't have to go look and then come back over here and go, oh, is somebody else selling this? You can compare right here and do your undercutting right here in the interface. You click on the item you want to sell. You go, oh, they're trying to sell it for a bid of a gold and a sellout of a gold 175. Well, I'm going to make my minimum bid 90 with a buyout of 160, and I'm going to put it up for how many days? And you got your listing fee. Bam, you're done. Commodities broker. Commodities broker is going to be the same type of thing, but it's going to be all of your resources for crafting, and it's going to be for your consumables. So if you make a food buff or a drink or something like that, this is the broker you're going to sell it on. So you got your runes. Come over here. You want to do rune crafting, or you've made a rune. You come over here and sell it. So here, class sets. Are you only looking for concentrated runes? You'll come in here and you go, I just want concentrated. Now it's just going to show you what's available from the concentrated set. So say you're trying to spec out as an Esper and you want to get to 6 runes on your gear and you have empty slots. You could buy the concentrated runes that somebody else has made, or you can buy the pieces to make it. Cloth. People got cloth up for sale. Dyes. Dyes are going to be very lucrative for those that like to change their looks. Because when you open this up, you get a random color, and it tells you there's 5 colors from this set. When you open it, it's going to give you one of those colors. Now, this is random. This is already open. Somebody has opened this up and got the specific color. So maybe you buy some randoms because they're cheaper, and then you buy the specific that you need when you get it. Now notice here, it's showing you everything available, but you can see that there's none for sale because there's no prices, right? So you can filter, show available only, and it's going to go, oops, nobody's got anything for sale except this. So there's a key when you're searching the vendor of how to keep things clear. If you want to know everything that's available to post or sell, you turn that filter off. If you want to know what's only available, you need to change your filter. So there you go. Specialty meals, so on and so forth. You can come in here and browse and see what's available and go, oh, what does that food give me? I haven't seen it made yet. Well, here you go. It's telling you Andavian's Tortitelli is a level 50 that heals for 2112 and focus of 80, and you get a bonus to finesse and strike through for 30 minutes after you eat it. Oh, well, I need finesse and strike through for my spec, so I need to learn how to make that or find somebody that knows how to make it. So now you can spam for a crafter and say, hey, does anybody know how to make tortellini? I want to buy some tortellini. And so crafting and the interface between crafters and consumers is all being helped by the commodities exchange of telling you what's available. Let's see here. So, let me take a drink here and answer some questions. Because the last thing we need to go do is the dye vendor, so you can see how the costumes work. And we want to go to Traverse Tunnels, Brewery Gardens, or the Academy. We're going to go to the Academy. So, Toon Army asks, can you gather harvest resources like mining? That also, how depth is the crafting? Is it good? Crafting is very in depth. I kind of went over that a little bit earlier. The great thing for gathering we haven't talked about is the fact gathering can be dangerous. And what I mean by that is you can mine a node and the next thing you know, the mining node is attacking you. So it's very interesting. I think there's a lot of depth to the crafting. There's some things about crafting that I wish would have went a little bit farther. But overall, I thoroughly enjoy crafting in this game, and it's one of the reasons why I'm going to play this game for a while, is the economy, the crafting, everything supports my obsessive compulsive nature. So yes, I think it's well worth it. I have not personally played War Plots. You would have to go watch the videos for that. Every time we went to test War Plots, I was unavailable at the time that they were doing it, but I hear they're awesome. The people I've talked to that have actually played War Plots, they're just phenomenal. It's the one part of PvP that I probably will participate in. I'm not a big PvPer. I'm not into arenas. I'm not into the Zergy effect. Even though the WildStar PvP is fun, it's not my type of PvP. 40 on 40, that's my type of PvP. So I look forward to it. Fatal Element, I believe the level cap for beta right now, actually I don't even know if there is one. So yeah, I think if you got into play, you potentially could get to 50, but don't quote me on it. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Ultimate question, is there fishing? Currently, no, there's no fishing. There was fishing in the game. I'm probably one of the few people that have ever fished in WildStar. And that was January 2012, I think, or 2013. January 2013, I think we got to fish for like a week. And then they took it out. Because it was just a fishing cannon that you would launch out, basically blow up the water, fish would float to the top, you would collect them. Is fishing coming back? Yes. Once they figure out the dynamics of how to do fighting underwater with the telegraphs is the key. Because when you do a telegraph, right now it's flat, right? You can see it on the surface. And if this road, notice how the telegraph just kind of displays in a straight line. See how now it's going up the building? Even though we know we're not going to shoot in a straight line. We're going to shoot in a straight line. We're not telegraphing up over the building, right? But it wants you to see the telegraph. Rather than ending at the tent, it's showing the telegraph that way. So that made fishing and fighting underwater difficult. So once they figure that out properly, fishing will be back. Okay, so let me get back to the dye vendor. So now at the dye vendor, we can affect our costumes. So we have costume sets. So we load up our costume, and we can drag an item over to our costume. Now I've already equipped it, but we can also dye that costume by doing dye channels. So we can say we can pick a color that we want to put in there. Right now it's showing you what's already on this item. And it's showing you the colors that I've already had selected. This is where you come and do your costume selections. Now, what if I don't want to do my costume? What if I want to just do my actual gear? So I can look at my gear here, and I can say, well, if I dye this, it's telling you what channel do you want to affect, right? So this is how you do your Fender, and you select your dye color, and it's going to tell you how much it's going to cost. And then once you figure that out, you can come over here and you can just select your costume. Or you can do your second costume, which I don't have one. But anyway, that's where you apply your costume. That's where you apply your dyes, is at the dye vendor. I actually kind of don't like some of the ways they change the dye vendor interface. I'll have to get used to it again. But you know, hey, it's an ever-changing game while it's still in beta. I think it does definitely work. So let me see here. Let me scroll back up to the chat to the last question. So I'm not sure what Fatal Air was trying to link there, and it looks like the bot timed him out and deleted all his messages, so I'm not sure what his question is, so I apologize for that. Toon Army, they have tons of information in the works for after release. There's zones that are going to be added or that haven't been unlocked. There's features and functions that they're going to add into the game. There's going to be more quests, obviously. They're working on a lot, and go check out the Dev Speaks. They talk to that. But anyway, let's see here. Let me go ahead and finish up here because my throat is killing me. We're going to finish up. I'm going to spam me some links. I appreciate you coming out and watching with me, asking questions. I hope I covered the basics of all of the game and answered your questions. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find that information for you real quick. Let's go to the main website. Is it on the forums? Anyway. Oh, from the launcher. Okay, well, the main website has a frequently asked questions with the beta schedule, so I would just refer to that and or the forums, and they should be able to answer that question. So as I was saying, I'm trying to close up here because my throat's dying. I want to appreciate you coming out to MMORPG.com and watching the show, or if you're over on Twitch TV at MMORPG.com, that's fine too. Make sure you follow the channel because I do stream here. I also appreciate it if you head over to my channel. If you like what I do, me personally, not just the stream team, you can find me over at Twitch TV, Chief_Sarcan. Follow me over there, like me, because I stream on both channels. When I'm not scheduled for MMORPG.com, I stream there. The schedule for MMORPG comes out every Monday. So if you have a request for something you would like to see, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Chief_Sarcan to know what I'm going to be streaming and to see that schedule come out. If you want to check out my past shows, you can head over to YouTube, Chief Sarcan, and check out all my videos there. I stream all the games. If you see a game that I haven't streamed that you would like to see, go ahead and put in a request. If you want to see more of a game that I've not put up too many videos on, put in a request. If you want to know about a game feature or function that I haven't covered in one of those videos, let me know. That's why this show is called Ask the Chief. My show is about imparting knowledge, not necessarily excitement, not necessarily lots of bloodshed and PvP, and not a whole lot of dialogue that is just banter with you. Worst case is on the show. Okay, we can dance with you. Let's do it. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so there you go. I also am a guide writer. So if you want to check out my guides, I do articles on MMORPG.com. I also post guides over on WildStarFans.net for WildStar. Some of those guides are also on MMORPG.com. If you would like to translate one of my guides for a fan site somewhere else, just ask me. I have no problem of you taking my guides to anywhere else as long as you let me know so I can link from the main guide at WildStarFans.net to your site. If you're into Secret World, yokeblog.wiki.com is where I have my Secret World guides. I was very big in the Secret World beta way early, and I provided lots of guides to help you out, and yes, I still play that on occasion. So with that, I think we're pretty much done with the show. I appreciate, like I said, you coming out and hanging out with me. I hope to see you again soon. If you want to ever help in my insane guide writing activities, check out my Twitch page on seeing how you can support me. In-game help is always appreciated. If you want to be on a show with me, hey, you just have to meet me in-game like worst case here and have a dance party. I'll quest with you. I'll make you infamous on one of my shows, and we'll go out and have some fun together. Anyway, you guys all have a great Sunday, and we will see you soon. Thank you. Appreciate it.